Welcome to Unit 7 of Introduction to Apologetics. We are already halfway through this course, halfway through this semester, and we have already learned a lot, and we have a lot more to go. This week, what we're going to be focusing on is specifically the topic of humility and the role that humility plays in Christian apologetics. The way that your authors are going to be, the authors in your textbook are going to be teaching you about it is by contrasting these two different methods of doing Christian apologetics. One which is the apologetics of glory, a method which would be more self-centered, more self-glorifying, contrasted with an apologetics at the cross, which is marked by gospel-centered humility, character, and so on. So we're going to be learning about this apologetics of glory versus apologetics at the cross, where they get these terms from, a great explanation of them, and the all-important role, the central role that humility plays in the way that we do Christian apologetics. Moreover, one of the things that we're going to learn in this chapter, which I found quite interesting, and I think that you will find as well, is how Proverbs helps us with some very applicable wisdom in how to engage with others when we do apologetics. So there's a lot of great content in this chapter. Your assignments for this week are to read chapter 6 and to read chapter 7 and to do the unit quiz for chapter 7. I just want to remind you of the importance of what we are learning in this series of chapters, which is really focusing on the character of the apologist. Remember that in 1 Peter chapter 3, in verse 15, which we saw as the cornerstone verse for Christian apologetics, Peter does not just call us to provide great answers and be able to disarm every objection that is laid against the gospel. He calls us to provide answers, but he also emphasizes the manner in which we provide an answer. Once again, in verse 15, he said, be ready at any time to give a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you. Verse 16, yet do this with gentleness and respect, keeping a clear conscience, so that when you are accused, those who disparage your good conduct in Christ will be put to shame. Once again, the manner in which we do apologetics, the character which we bring, the motives which are driving it is as important as the answers that we provide. So my hope for you this week is once again that your character would be developed to look more like Christ, that you would become someone who can do apologetics in humility, and that you'll be someone who can really embody these things in real life, talking to real individuals and people, and not just being a keyboard warrior. That's my prayer for you this week. I'm excited for us as we jump into chapter 7. Let's jump in.